Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Machine, where I guess we just clean up the rest of these levers, look for some secrets, and then move on to the moon world or something. Terminus. I think that's next. Well, I mean, whatever I want is next, but yeah, I think I want this next. What do we have? I'm guessing okay, let's see, but I'm gonna die here, right? Yeah. That's not super useful here. I mean, that makes sense. I didn't expect it not to kill me. I just needed to know for certain. Because it'd be really stupid if we try like a lot of really difficult things and then it turns out, yeah, no, you can just like ride the rails over the void. It's fine. It's fine. We can ride them, or we can ride that in here for some secrets. Where's all the stuff though? Maybe not even the secrets, maybe that's the main path, because there's like nothing. Are you bouncing back? No, okay. I wasn't sure. There was power over there. We'll be trapped in there. Wait, no, I need to but then it's gonna just bounce all the way back again. I need to like power it like forever, which I can't. Or I'm just gonna be stuck in there, right? Wait, is there really nothing? This seems like a weird setup. So the thing now is if I ride the card in and hop out, then the card is gonna keep going and it's gonna stop here and it's gonna stay here because these are off. And I can power them. Then it would like hit the wall and bounce all the way back up again. But then it would just get stuck there. Because these are also off. And I can't power this from here, really. Because I, you know. No. There's a chest up there. And I can't really stop it here, can I? I mean, I can. Actually, no, I can't just stop it? Really? that surprises me, honestly. Life of Chrome's Head. A great playtester and puzzle maker. Definitely better than Life of Internet Explorer. It's true. Nice. Hey, Chrome. What are we doing here still, though? Oh, we need to go one more. Okay. Hell is home. Sure. Even the smallest space can run afoul. I was caught chewing on my own 2 feet. I never wanted to run anyway. So what's the point in keeping up appearances? I was never the one who exchanged pleasantries, a chuckle inside of a discerning grin. You want to meet the evil eye. Hell is a consequence of the failure of your own reliance, the epiphany that is threaded within your own defiance. You never told the truth. Too scared to reveal the masquerade. A home isn't built by hands but colored in blood, the festering connection between the hurt and the clean slate. You never had a choice, it was never a debate. Never assume, I will never surrender. A blank space, the fading never. The yearning that drenches the thirst of the bittersweet. I see a monster that fuels on the premise of its own defeat. What do you have to offer except the void? By Steino? I don't know. Very dark. Very dark. So now we don't have anything, which is probably not great. I was close, actually. No. Okay, and then we just need to torch here, I guess. But then I cannot make you bounce. No, we need the pressure plate torch. And then boomerang the torch. Put the torch here, ride the card this way. That seems right. Yeah, that seems right. And then that's it already? There must be more. Okay. I'm nervous about this still, but it's fine. We do this. You go this way. Could there be more secrets? I don't know, we found one text and one scar. That seems solid for a start. There could be another text somewhere maybe, but I don't know where. Alright, yeah, there is something here. I mean, that's barely a puzzle though. Black hole. From this sorrowed solar system, a new life reappears, an apparition from the great beyond, a section of the clear-cut void, bursting through space and time, the black dragon of the sky. A conquest on these sullen giants bring forth anguish and decay, life beyond the dimensional line, a spiral of darkness, a gushing wind, a towering cold. Lights fade out in the trenches, the detritus of an outdated age. Despair in ear-deafening cries. War beyond war, the severed thread, time beyond time. A conquest on these sullen giants, bring forth anguish and decay, life beyond the dimensional line. Realignment for impending doom, the order of chaos undefined, the cycle of life. What is this? I don't know what Dino is. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like something, or is it, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, you just popped over to me. I didn't move. If I moved like a pixel, I didn't. No, I did. This time you didn't pop. Do I need you? Is there another secret? Is there a third secret? There might be. I don't think there is. I don't know where it would be. I don't think we can get up on anything either. This is all very... seems all very flat, very simple. Very straightforward. Anyway, terminus done. Sweet. Can you walk on these? I don't know. Wagon order, sure. Who goes first? And where? Anyway, you're just empty, right? They're always just empty. So we can do this. And I would do green, which is not here. This is yellow. Where's green? Green is here. That seems useful. Because we can't ride through here anyway. Do we power through this somehow? Probably. Because then this is going to turn this, right? I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. It might be the case, though, that we do that. Maybe not. But we will go in here immediately, but we don't. I don't know where I want this cart. That's a lot of redstone destroyers. Why do we need so many? I mean, the redstone in here somehow to do this. That is far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I could get the you here. Get you there. But I can't get you here. This isn't like already powered, right? This would be weird. No. Okay, we have to ride through here first. Sure, let's have a look at that. So we need to not push you onto this, but next to it, I think. Oh yeah, otherwise you will go in here again, which is not what we want right now. And then it feels like you need to be... No, you... Why would you go that way? You snap and then immediately start moving? You... Oh, I hate minecarts. God, they're annoying. I think I'd rather herd a cow or something, and I hate herding cows in Minecraft too. Okay. And then yeah, this stands on the pressure plate, the whatever activator detector rail, and then the other one we push off the rail and we put the redstone in and then do something, right? Push it through over the redstone. It's gonna be so annoying. It's gonna be so very annoying. Okay, so now we go back out. Wait, we have no scar or anything. Just give me a second. You did stop. Very good. I don't think I've seen anything. Well, I mean, there's that one block. Maybe just power that now. Don't know if we have enough though. And you can go here now, I think. You just stay. Stay. Good minecart. Now, can I... How far can I go? That must have done something. Or are we over? How many do we have? No, this is power. So this is on. Oh, in there maybe? But now I can't go in there. Is this thing open though? There's like a powered once and then it opens. Kind of thing. Probably. Okay. So what do we do now? God, this is a very annoying setup. Because I need you to ride through there. I can't use the other one. Because the other one has a chest and I can't ride in the chest. Why are you going back on the rails? You're just doing the wrong thing intentionally now. Admit it. I'm nervous because I want to be like on the other side of it so it doesn't like bounce. I want a dead stop here so it doesn't like roar away on us. The Raven. Archivist. 75 texts. That's pretty good, I think. Once upon a midnight dreary, rather pondered, weak and weary. Over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December. November is much bleaker though, come on. And each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books Surcease of sorrow? Who knows? Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "There's some visitor," and I can't say it the way with Dominic, it's just, it forces it out of me. "There's some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping, tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore?" This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. This the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with, I don't know, mine? Of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon the bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore." The raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled the cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, yes, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking, "Nevermore." This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press, nevermore. Is this the whole poem? I think it's pretty long, right? Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by a seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. "Wretch," I cried, "thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quoth or quoth this kind nepenthe and forget this lost Lenore. I'm probably, you know, like I'm just guessing a bunch of these pronunciations, by the way, I have no idea. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, where the tempest sent or where the tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird of devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken, leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door, take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door, quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Phallus, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe, yeah, I didn't know that. Did you just put that in to make me read it out loud in the video? Is that like the whole point? You could have just put like a part. You could have just like picked like, you know, like 2, 3, you know, pages. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. How long did that take? It felt like 10 minutes. I'm tired now. Oh man. I never read the full thing. I think? No. I don't, yeah, definitely not. No, I don't know when I would have. Yeah, I haven't read, like, I don't know, I haven't read any poems in a while. Like, in a video, I mean. Also, like, in life, I don't, you know, not something I do frequently. We did do the poems for that one advent calendar. When was that? It's a while ago. That was weirdly fun. But, like, impossible to keep up, because, you know. Stop. Okay, so when you here, you there, then switch this, then you here. Is that right? That seems right to me. Oh, you already go the right way. It's convenient. And then you just wait for me here. I know you're probably fine here because this is closed right now, but you just wait. And then, is it all of them? I think that's all of them, right? I just put you in there. Oh, but no, you need to. Okay. Because you can't get on this rail. I mean, you can't even get it back off, but like, it would be very annoying. Don't touch the rail. Also, I do realize how to do that one lever. I could have just pushed the minecart through the barrier and then sat down in it. Right. The smarter one. That we kind of cheated. we cheated straight up. It wasn't kind of, it was just cheating, yes. Did we find a scar? We did not find a scar. The raven kind of distracted me there. It's pretty good though, I liked it. I mean, it's like a classic, right? I mean, this is no surprising that it's actually a decent poem. But where's your scar? Who got Poe? Who got the raven? I need to know. Up here. Mondanzo? He made a soul from the last hope. He's also quite literally a bean, I guess. You don't look like a bean. Also don't look like a raven though. What's that purple thing? Oh, come on. Can't see the back of the head even if I'm holding it there. Oh, it's just like the, I guess the part of the rest of the skin, right? It's a collar or something, maybe? Anyway. Sure. Curse you, SpielmitStil. Making me read entire poems. I'm prepared too. I would have looked up some of the pronunciations because it's really hard in the moment because I don't know these words. I've never heard them spoken. Rainbow walk, that sounds easy. It really doesn't, by the way. Oh man. Alright. So, first things first, can we get somewhere? Are you hiding a chest? That would be a kind of meh, but like interesting at least. Hiding spot, but nothing at all. Okay. So yellow, green, red, red, yellow, green, and then we can't have pink on because if you turn pink on, we can't. Or do we go higher? I don't know if we go higher or low at all. It's very confusing. This is too big. This is too big. Where is everything? Where's anything? Where are all the things? So if we turn red and yellow on here, then we could go red, yellow, green, but then we need to turn red off again. How do you do that? I don't know. This feels like I should set up like a weird, like, switch thing again. Something that turns on and off. Let's just go in a bit and have a look though. Okay, so here, then we could switch it. We could go over there. And there's more stuff here, but I can't get that back out. And then this is also, these are on first and then these are on, or like closed. Can we go low on this side if we do green? No, but then there's red in the way. So if we do green, how far can we go on the lower floor? Not all the way in there, and on this side we get stuck on blue. If we turn on blue too. Can we just, I didn't mean to drop. No, I'm dropped. That's bad. Because I don't think I can get back up. I can grab stuff here. Oh no, I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. And then what do we do up here? Like we need to be up on these. We can't be down on the floor because then we can't keep going. We need to then like either switch to the other side where these are, because where's pink? Pink is here, yeah. So we need to go up on this side and cross over and then go across here. So we come up here, and then we can do pink, and then we do what? I have no idea. Because then we're here, and we need to go down and then around again. I don't know, this is really big. It's a really big lever. No, we're stuck, right? No, this side is open too. Right, yeah, this side has the, yeah. Whew, okay. So I think what we need is we need yellow and... But how do we... I don't know how we do anything like profound here. Because we can just do yellow and red and we can jump. And if you fail a jump, we just have to reset because then we're stuck, which is just horrible. Couldn't you make this like touch somehow? I guess then we would be... It would be too close or something and we could like skip things, or I don't know. But now we could go here, 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 and then on to blue, and then we can go... But I can't go and then switch this off. And this. But these two would need to change, red and blue. So we just boomerang these? We do pressure plates and stuff, or do we do like a switching thing? But the switching thing seems insane because like then I need to time my jumps and I have no idea where I'm going. Because like we go here, and then we need red and blue to change states and yellow to change states. So we need to change all of them from here. Well, not from here, we need to go on green actually, because if we change red or blue here, we can't keep going. So we need to go past these two red and blues to get to these two red and blues and yellow. Okay. But I only have 2 pressure plates, but I guess we could have 1 power 2 things, maybe? Maybe we can have 1 power 3 things even, I don't know. And then switch all of them at once. We'll be standing on green. And we'd want to switch... No, we have to stand on... Yeah, on green. And we want to switch red, blue, yellow. Right? Oh, what do you want to put? Wait, we want to turn blue on? This is a mess, and I hate it. I hate it. Because blue is off, and then that's the right state for the start, and we need to turn it on from back there somehow. How? And what are the other 3 cars? Red and yellow. 2 cars. But I can only do that once I'm here. Green. Because if I do it early, I can't go. So green, and we boomerang something here. So we could have a plate here that has something on it, and then we boomerang that. And we could build like the switchy thing again from that one lever, but like the one with the, you know, like this and like that, and then you run the redstone over top. But we can't, like, we don't have a good way. How do we, I mean, we have to boomerang and then something needs to get stuck on the plate to like switch them, or? So right now we would want, I don't know, but like where would we, I don't know if we put things. This is really confusing. And then, I mean, we could have something, right, but like this. I guess the pressure plate we want it like here so we can reach it from there. And then this could go here, and then this would trigger this, and then this can pour this out here, and then, you know, if you do this. Oh, it doesn't actually, what? I think this is not set up right. Oh, this is a super weak signal, right? Because this is stupid. This is a stupid plate. This only turns on like 1 here. I hate weighted pressure plates. Well, then that makes that. But how do like? Is this even? We can just do 1, right? That's all we can do. We can't do 2. How do I do anything with that? Okay, no, we just need to bring this closer, right? And if we had this here and powered this, it would switch the state. But we can't switch it back from this side. We'd have to switch it back from this side now. Which is not great, because I don't know if we have 2 inputs. Like if that's viable or... It would have to be U. Like off, on, right? And we could also with the block and the torch invert to get like the 2 different states that we need here. But it's not exactly what we need in this case, because we can't like put something on the plate. We can just remove something from the plate, which is not good enough. It's not what we need, I think. I mean, we can pour something into a block. It's like it's stuck and then lands on the plate and then triggers the switch. I still don't even know what we're doing at the end though. Yeah, but you could have like a thing where this is like, I don't even know, where this is like this, and then this, and then this. Oh, that doesn't power it, right? It's so annoying. We need to do this, and this, this, and this. And the torch is off, right? That's our starting point, maybe. And we can pour this off, and that would like turn the torch on, and that would invert everything. And we want red and yellow to be on and blue to be off, which is just impossible to wire. We don't have that much wire. How do you do this? This is very annoying. Because we want these 2 on and this off, and then we want this, like putting the item off this, turns on this, and that inverts everything. Which, I mean, you could have... Wait, does this even power it then? No. We'd have to have it like this. I don't know. This all seems like too much stuff. Too many resources going into this. And this is so far, too. I don't get enough wire to do this here. And I don't know if it's gonna let me boomerang like through these. Like, maybe from there we can like boomerang like over here somewhere, and then this is a better spot for that. But I can't really tell. I can't really see that. It feels like maybe through here you could boomerang, right? Let's just go right in front of blue. I don't know, let's just put this there for now. And then you're off. And I would need you to go here and go there and there, and that's too far already for sure. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, but if I put the block here, then, yeah, no, it doesn't power it. This doesn't power the block. So this would be on. So we need a dust in between. God, I hate you. And then we would need this to power this block. Yes. Issue with this is we don't have enough wire to do the same thing on this side. Which is what we would need, though. Maybe we can have this and this. And I don't know, this is too many resources, I think. Because we need to do stuff on the other side still as well, which I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know when we even have to switch green and why. We probably have to have a way to undo things too, I don't know. Because we need to go back and then we need to go across on this side or something, I think. But I don't know. I don't know how we do anything. Because then we need to reverse the whole thing. But can I even come back? I don't know, this is really hard to picture. It's impossible to picture, honestly. I mean, we can shorten this maybe? We can have like this. That's not really short though. It's just like slightly different. So we'll need 2 more wire here. And this would like trigger these 2 now. Yes. And now we would just need this to go through here too, but we can't because this is not... This is different. We need to invert this somehow, and we can't. Actually, yeah, I can't even do anything here because I can't power this, right? Because this wouldn't. Yeah, this doesn't power this. Can we just move the whole thing forward? If we had this here and this here, and then this here. I don't know. I think this is all wrong, but I just need to get to the other side to see it. Is my issue. Oh yeah, it's still wrong though. No, it's right. Yeah, no, it's fine. This is what I want. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I didn't mean to take this though. Now the question is, can I hit that? Sure. Now we're here. Okay, we got it. We got this far. Now all we need to do is pink. But the issue is, if I go down there, I need to go back. And can I even go back now? No, right? Because this is blocked and this is all walled off, right? I would have to open green. So I have to add green into this whole mess too, which I don't know that I can. And I can't like sneak this down here. But then that's the end at least. We just need to do pink from down there and then go back through, which right now we really can't, right? Because this is the exit there. And green is in the wrong spot. But we would need to switch it after we do this. How? How do I do all of these things independent from each other? This is sanity. Because then where do I stand? Because this is still wrong and this is still wrong. And if I switch this too, then I have nowhere to stand. And then we'd have to rebuild it from the other side too, right? Oh no, wait, is it open on this side? This is open on this side, so I can actually go back. Okay, no I can't because I can't go under... Can I go under these? No. Yes? I'm gonna hit my head. I'm not gonna be able to fit through that gap there. I need to go... This is so confusing. Anyway, let's just try this. I think we just want this anyway. Oh no, I can't go because I can't go up. Right, yeah, no, I can't go back up. I could go back, but not without... Not while I also do this. Muxus 666 is ahead. Fantastic steampunk airship builder. Honestly, yeah. That looks like the face of a person who knows how to build a steampunk airship. So we need to switch green so we can go back, right? But yeah, are we on the right? No, I'm on the wrong. No, yeah, we can go. If we do green, we can go through here and then through here, and then we're there, and that's fine. Okay, well, we'll have to do that next time. I don't have time. I don't want to extend this episode too much longer. So we need to somehow also switch green. But like on a delay. And then we have to build the whole thing on the other side, where we start walking up here, go across, and then walk that way. Which I think is going to be fine. It's just going to be the same thing we built the first time, just different colors, right? And then we can walk through there and go in, because pink is now open. And we need to get one torch here, or a pressure plate and one other item. Which are mainly, you know, I don't know, kind of equivalent anyway. Not exactly, but kind of. Like a torch has more stuff you can do with it in the, like, circuitry here, but like, I don't know. If I had an extra plate, right, I could just... But I don't have any extra wire. I don't know. I'm so low on, like, wire here. I think that's the main concern that I have with this. I think the principle, like we're doing the thing we're supposed to do in principle. Just need to build it more efficiently. I don't remember how we get in there now. That was like just like we turned on yellow. And we turned on red. And we turned off... No, how do I get the stuff out there? Because if I go now, I'm stuck. Because like the exit is on this side, so I need green and blue off. I need everything off, maybe. Or like open, I mean. Yeah, like this, right? And then we can just walk through and get everything. You should end it though. Let's end it. And then do this next time. And then see how we make this more compact. And still have it do all the things it needs to do. Which seems really hard to accomplish. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.